So how's everyone after what felt like the shortest PLE pay-per-view in WWE history? Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. So, with my Sharpie pen, you know how I am, we're going to review yesterday's Queen and King, or King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, PLE, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, how did everybody enjoy? Hey, if you can, down in the comments, give me your rating of what you thought of the night. Give me ratings per match, like I usually do here for you. How about that? Just down in the comments, let me know what you thought of the pay-per-view. So here's my opinion, which this whole channel is starting to get built on. My opinion of pro wrestling brought into today's generation that they're saying is such a great generation. How can they give me such bullcrap matches? Such bullcrap outcomes? Yeah, I have a lot to say, and I'm finally saying it. So, with that being said, the first match in the pre-show was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, versus the Fairy Princess Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. The match was kind of back and forth at the beginning, but then, of course, Jade and Bianca started showing exactly why they're tag champs. They are the two strongest women in WWE. And being tag champs, they finally did what I always thought they should have done. Got two of the best wrestlers, male or female, put them on one team, and let them loose on a division. So here we go. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the women's tag team champions, win the match in decisive fashion with a little bit of a hiccup at the end, but I don't think it's much of anything. After the pin, during their finishing maneuver that they done, Jade Cargill goes to do a kip up, and Bianca shoved her out of the way so she could get the pinfall. I don't think it was a big deal. It was not that big of a thing going on. She shoved her out the way so she could get the pin. It's just what it is. I give the match a healthy 5 out of 10, okay? So that one's a 5 out of 10. There we go. Now we're going to go to the pay-per-view itself. It started off with the Women's World Championship match of Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Now, you know, this is the Liv Morgan revenge tour, right? So getting back at everybody that she was getting over on her before she hurt her arm again. Funny how it goes back to when Ronda Rousey was still in WWE, that Liv Morgan had arm issues. Crazy. Let me take a sip of my coffee. So Becky Lynch going in as the world champion. Liv Morgan, basically, during the match, I was looking at like the amount of offense compared to the amount of defense going on. Liv Morgan was like just tearing up the match. You had that many moves for Becky, and it was almost a full page of moves for Liv Morgan, including cheap shots, things that you could see a heel doing. So with that, Becky Lynch was not having a very good match. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the match, Dirty Dominic Mysterio comes around and interferes in the match, hoping to supposedly try to prevent Liv Morgan from taking the title from Becky, so that Liv Morgan didn't get the title, so we didn't end up with Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan at SummerSlam, like I said pretty much was going to happen. Liv Morgan ends up getting the win and becoming the new Women's World Champion. And Dirty Dom made himself look like an ass again. Alright, then we move on to the next one, which is Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed. So we had the champion, Sami Zayn, look good, but then, Bronson Reed, being the bigger guy, starts taking everything out on everybody. Come on now. That's not how it works. Eventually in the match, you had yourself an issue where Chad Gable tells big man Otis to attack Sammy, and Sammy gets out of the way, and Otis accidentally clotheslines Chad Gable, which then Sami Zayn goes in and gets the win over Chad Gable and Bronson Reed, keeping his Intercontinental Champion. I loved the match. I'm going to give that one a 7 out of 10. We then move on to the Queen of the Ring match between Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax. Lyra was doing amazing things for such a small wrestler versus such a large wrestler in Nia Jax. I was pulling for Lyra Valkyria. That was kind of the whole point of the match, was that everybody was rooting for Lyra because nobody wanted Nia Jax to get this crown. And the more that Lyra did, the more it seemed that Nia Jax was getting stronger as the match moved on. With the unfortunately, the end being Nia Jax is now your 2024 Queen of the Ring. With the story being told in the match, I agreed the whole story, the way it went. I kind of said I would like to see Lyra Valkyria get it, but I felt Nia Jax was going to get it. Nia Jax is the new 2024 Queen of the Ring. I'd give the match a 6 out of 10. That's probably the highest rating I've ever given a Nia Jax match in my life. So, with that, congratulations, Nia Jax, on your 2024 Queen of the Ring. Then we move to the King of the Ring. Gunther versus Randy Orton. Now, you all know I call Gunther the Austrian Nazi. I've been calling him a Nazi. I know that's not a good word for some people, but that's just how I feel. That's my opinion of the situation. They make him look like he's a Nazi right out of 1930s, 40s, Adolf Hitler Germany. That's how he acts. They talked about his NXT UK championship lasting for over 800 days. They talk about his Continental Championship, Intercontinental Championship being over 600 days. Saying he's over his 2 reigns, he's had over 1,500 days as a champion since joining WWE. And Gunther was facing against the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, which we all know. And Randy is probably the best wrestler that come out of WWE since who knows how long ago. It's been so long, and Randy Orton's just an amazing talent. The match was both-sided. They made Gunther, they showed him like going after injuries and past injuries with Randy Orton, basically tearing him down. It was a great match back and forth. It could have ended either way, but unfortunately the Nazi is now king. King Ring, the King General, Gunther. So Gunther is now the King of the Ring. I don't agree with the match at all. I don't agree with the outcome. Randy should have got it. He's getting too close to the end of his career where he may never get another chance to get it. Randy deserved it. He earned it for all the years he's been wrestling with WWE, not once ever leaving to go anywhere else, not ever turning his back on the company, and they turned their back on him here by allowing Gunther to become King of the Ring. So, only because of the outcome. Otherwise, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. I'm going to drop it down 2 points to a 5 out of 10 because of how it ended. So I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, but it could have been a 7 out of 10 if they would have gave the title to Randy of King of the Ring, but they didn't. So now we're going to go into the WWE Undisputed Championship. My wife wanted to be part of this video because she has a lot to say from the non-historical wrestling fan. She wanted to put her words into it, but we were at the hospital again last night with my wife because she's having issues again. But I decided once we got home, I'll let her sleep in. I'm going to do my video, and we're going to move on. So, Cody Rhodes, the champion, the undisputed world champion, versus the U.S. champion, Logan Paul. Yeah. We got Logan Paul. I'm going to tell you exactly how I felt about the match when it comes to Logan Paul's athleticism. He is a scary good athlete. He's very good at pro wrestling. He's not on Cody's level. Not yet. He's on his way there, but he's not there yet. Logan Paul is going to be the next Dirty Dom, or if he's not already there, he's going to become the most hated member of the WWE ever. Him and Dom should be a tag team because name themselves the most hated. Literally, because that would be exactly what they would be. Themselves the most hated, and I'm sure Triple H would put the tag titles on them. Sorry. So, as far as the match athleticism goes, I give the match a 7 out of 10. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 because of athleticism. Cody was made to look strong, made to look better than he was in the last match he defended his title. He was made to look like he was more of the champion now after this match than he was before. Logan Paul just made to look like a jackass. Seriously. Unfortunately, Logan Paul is the jackass of WWE. And it's going to continue to be that way as long as he keeps running his mouth and he can't move forward out of the position he's in. He's a mid-carder through and through. He's not a top-level talent. He's a mid-carder. He's entertaining, yes. He is good in the ring. He is literally the opposite of Ricochet. Ricochet should be a high-quality, top-of-the-line wrestler. But they got him mid-card. But here they go. Logan Paul straight up should be mid-card, and they're putting him at the top of the line. Why? It makes no sense. Give the wrestlers who deserve the spot. Take the spot away from people who don't deserve it. And I'm not saying he's not good in the ring. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying Logan Paul is not a pro wrestler. He's a pro wrestler now. Okay, he's in. I personally would say he paid his dues. He earned where he is on the roster, but he's not top level. He's not top tier talent. He's mid-card. He should be there. They need to stop pushing him to be more than he'll ever be. Because of the rest of his life, he's pushed himself to be entertaining. He's mid-card. Put him back where he belongs. Okay, with that being said, it was a great, hard-fought match. Like I said, Logan Paul's very athletic. Cody Rhodes, just that little bit more. Cody Rhodes came in the champion. Cody Rhodes left the champion. Even with the brass knucks and the cheating and the lying, and Michael Cole calling Logan Paul a loser. And he got mad. Corey Graves had to get in between. Yeah. Cody Rhodes is still the undisputed champion. He went from undeniable to what was it he says? He was undesirable to undeniable to undisputed. Bottom line, Cody Rhodes stays your world undisputed WWE champion. So, there's my opinion of everything. We had the pre-show a 5 out of 10. About middle line type match with a little bit of controversy towards the end. The way it ended, we had the second match, I gave it a 2 out of 10 because anything Dirty Dom interferes in deserves a low score. Match was actually well competed, but it was no 5 out of 10. It was a 2 out of 10. Then we had the triple threat, 7 out of 10. Lyra Valkyria and Nia Jax, 6 out of 10. Gunther, Randy Orton, 5 out of 10. And Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, 7 out of 10. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the show. Like I said, down in the comments, give me your scores. Let me know what you feel happened in the match. Hey, hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Twitter. Hey, join my Discord. I will have it all down in the description, okay? With that being said, I am who I am. Deuces.